afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Caradonna's Master Series. Today, we'll be traveling to the beautiful island of Curaçao, and our star hosts are Sean and Mick from the beautiful Coral Estates Luxury Resort. And many of you will know this property formerly as the Habitat Resort, which was a huge draw for divers, but you're not going to believe the changes that have taken place at this property. But one thing remains the same, is the great diving in that area. So we're going to watch a short video, and then Sean and Mick will present. And then at the end, we will go into about a 15-minute question and answer session with our Vice President, Cami Akins. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to Curaçao. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, good afternoon. My name's Sean. I'm the general manager of Coral Estate Luxury Resort.
Hi, and my name is Mick, and I'm the owner of Coral Divers Dive Center.
It's a pleasure to have Caradonna today. Elisa, thank you very much for the opportunity to show all your fellow divers what we have to offer for them. With that, we have a brief presentation for you guys to show you a little bit about the accommodation and give you a bit of a feeling of the rooms, the amenities, the restaurants we have. And afterwards, Mick is gonna take over for the real meat and potatoes to go into the beautiful dive site and everything Coral Divers has to offer to cater for a perfect dive vacation. So with that, I'm gonna start off with a very brief introduction. Elisa, thank you again for introducing us. Coral Estate Luxury Resort has quite recently been rebranded. It's very well known as the old Habitat, however very much upgraded and new, with a lot of additional amenities and upgrades both in the rooms and the different restaurants, spa and dive shop, of course. So that is a very brief introduction. So our vision for Coral Estate and what you will experience when staying us is a 4-star experience. For us, our central promise is peace, space, and security when you stay with us. We deliver a very elaborate room service for all our guests. This includes beautiful linen, amenities, and everything that you would expect for a 4-star resort. In addition to that, you can enhance your stay with very nice luxury packages and add-ons when staying with us. So why Coral Estate? I think most of all the unique and pristine nature around the resort, both on the land and definitely also in the water. We're very proud that we have the most beautiful house reef of Curaçao right in our front door, Reef Saint Marie. And the nature around Coral Estate is beautiful with a lot of hiking trails, biking trails, which we also supply in. If you like it a bit more extreme, there's also rappelling and different adventurous things to do around Coral Estate. We have a very luxurious west side and dive spots, which we're very close by location-wise. We have good safety and security policies, which are obviously still very much important today and in the near future. Coral Estate Center, where our resort is located, has great bars, very well recommended restaurants, and everything you need to wine dine from breakfast until your last cocktail in the evening, and obviously all the great dive activities that Mick is gonna tell you a little bit more about. So for us, the first impression is very important. We offer a luxurious feel both online and offline, and we always offer high quality products and services. Guest experience is very important for us. In that sentence, we also recently opened a office in the arrivals hall at Hato. So we pick you up when you come right out of the plane and take care of you from the moment you come into Curaçao. To give you a little bit more of a breakdown of the different room types where you'd like to be staying, we currently offer 5 room types. We offer a deluxe suite ocean view, which are 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. They have a beautiful ocean view, so you're going to see the beautiful blue colors right from your balcony every day when you wake up and in the evening before you go to bed. They all have a comprehensive and big terrace and balcony for you to sit on and enjoy, and a kitchen. All our rooms come with king beds. If you're visiting with a family, we're also able to separate those 2 beds in 2 singles, and we also have obviously additional sleeping couches, baby cribs, everything to accommodate your family. So beside the Ocean View Deluxe Suites, we also have a couple of Garden View Deluxe Suites, which have the same amenities, however, not the beautiful ocean view. They're located in our tropical garden. We also have a couple of superior ocean views, which are in the VIP area. They're a bit more exclusive. They are adults only, so if you really come for some more peace and quiet, then those will be your top spots to stay with us. It comes with its own private beach and pool, and it's again a maximum of 2 guests and adult only. If you're traveling with your family or you'd like a 2-bedroom apartment, either way, we have both deluxe apartments and superior apartments. These are located in our garden, however, very close to the beach and all the restaurants. And they come with a fully equipped kitchen with all the amenities you would expect from a 4-star hotel. So obviously fridge, freezer, dishwasher, and everything to make your stay great. But also, if you enjoy cooking, you're also going to be able to cook up a nice meal with the oven and the inventory we have in the apartments. So that just to give you a small breakdown. Here you see a couple of photos of the deluxe garden suite, just to give you an impression. I said they're in the tropical garden, which is the case, but on quite some of the garden suite views, you still have some ocean blue that you can gaze into. Our deluxe suite ocean view rooms, as you can see, the top corner, they all have a beautiful balcony that is has full front ocean view. Then our VIP suites. In the top right corner, you can see this area is gated from the rest of the hotel to give some more peace and quiet and some more privacy. And it also has its own private pool and beach area. Then our deluxe apartments, where in the top right corner you can see your lounge slash kitchen area. The kitchen isn't totally on the photo. And then our VIP superior apartments, where you can see that the kitchen area is actually inside the kitchen and living area, and also AC. I forgot to mention, obviously it's Curaçao is a beautifully warm place, so all our bedrooms are fully AC in our VIP apartments. Also the living room and kitchen is AC. Then Curaçao is definitely also a culinary hotspot, so that's already a reason why you want to visit Curaçao. In addition to that, we're very lucky to have some of the best and most highly recommended restaurants right on our resort. So first and foremost, Character Curaçao. It's known very well, and as you can see, it's number 18, the number 18 restaurants of all restaurants in Curaçao, 268. We have Bread and More and Pizza and More, and also the Coral Rooftop Terrace. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth of what you can experience, or what you can expect from the culinary experience. In the morning at 7 o'clock, your best bet for the early risers is Bread and More, where they bake their own bread, get your great cappuccino and everything you need to start your day. Also from yogurts, mueslis, and healthy juices and shakes. In the evening, the same restaurant actually turns to Pizza and More. So it has its own pizza oven, which comes with a great Italian cook, and very much pizzas and pastas are on the menu. Then the Coral Rooftop Terrace opens at 10. You can start there with a lunch, move on to bites, and end with dinner. It's on the Coral Rooftop Terrace, so you have beautiful views of the ocean, and you're also poolside. Very well known for the bites to share, the special nights, such as sushi Saturday, green egg Sunday, and additionally very good bites in the evening. And for some real fine dining, Character is the best place. They start in the breakfast, so you can start your day with a croissant with your feet in the sand or some fresh fruit. They have a great menu for lunch, and in the evening they have up to 5-course dinners, which is very much a fine dining experience, where you could comfortably come actually in your swimming pants. So that's a good thing to know. The vibe is good, but you get some great food while sitting at the water. So I'd like to end with something that's still always very important, definitely now. That's our health and safety. So we have an awful lot of procedures here to make sure you have a healthy and safe stay. The way the resort is set up is very spacious, so there's not common spaces inside. Things are outside, and when you get into your own accommodation, you don't have any communal halls or whatever to go to. You just go through your front door, and that is your place. Everything is set up very spacious. Our restaurants are all outside. However, obviously they do have a roof in case of a rainy moment. Our cleaning is daily, sometimes twice daily. It's ISO certified, so it has a very high standard in both the materials we use, as also the procedures that we follow. And the great thing is that we have testing on location available of all the different types of tests that you might need. So from PCR to rapid tests, we have everything on the resort to give some peace of mind and to not disturb your holiday too much with the requirements that are needed from the different governments. So, yeah. And with that, we'd like to move on to the diving. We do have a small video that we want to show you first, so I'm sure that's going to come up. After that, Mick is going to take over, and I'll be here for questions more towards the end.
All right, so we're going to share our screen again, and we're going to go talk about some diving. So as you saw in the video, Curaçao is a great location to come diving. The good thing about diving in Curaçao is it's very easy, accessible, either shore diving or boat diving. So let me tell you something about Coral Divers, located directly on Coral Estate Luxury Resort. It's easy accessible. We're open for 5 years already, and we're a 5-star PADI dive center. We offer full service diving right off the shore, but also from boat. The 2 house reefs are amazing. So people that do boat diving in the morning, they have the opportunity to explore the house reefs in the afternoon. Most people that have stayed with us before in the former habitat or even in the new variant have seen that the reef is very healthy, and there's a lot to see. Dive Division is the operator at Coral Estate, and Dive Division has 8 years of experience in operating dive centers, and we're an island-wide network with 5 locations. When you have a package with Dive Division, this means that you could use your package at all different locations without extra charge. So if you have a shore dive package and you're diving from this side of the island today, and tomorrow you're going to the east side of the island, you could pick up tanks there without going back and forwards to your dive center. We have an in-house course director, and we have a dedicated sales and reservations department. So let me tell you something about our boats. We have 3 boats. We have 1 boat for day charters, which is not really for diving. We have the Blue Cat, our dedicated dive catamaran, and it's the only dive catamaran on Curaçao. Why diving from a catamaran? I would say because it's very comfortable. A catamaran gives you a lot of space on deck, and it's very comfortable because it's stable in the water in these waves that we have here on Curaçao. The dive catamaran, the Blue Cat, can take up to 24 divers. And next to the Blue Cat, we also have the Anaconda. It's a smaller dive vessel. And with this dive vessel, we take up to 12 guests. Then our staff. On site, we have all PADI trained staff, and they get quarterly safety training drills. So safety is very important for us, and we always want to strive for a safe environment for ourselves and for our divers. On-site staff that we have is we have 1 IDC staff instructor, 2 master scuba diver trainers, and 2 dive masters. And on the boats, we have professional dedicated captains that all hold their commercial captain license, of course. And then why choose Curaçao to go diving? Well, Curaçao is a very diverse island, and there's a lot of options. So you can go diving, but next to diving, there's a lot for the non-divers too. We have an interesting city center with a lot of cultural activities. Culinary experiences around Curaçao are amazing. And of course, the colored Handelskade, as you can see on this picture, is one of the things you remember from the pictures. And not to forget, the Blue Curaçao liquor is also very good. The top 3 dive sites on Curaçao are the Mushroom Forest is the #1. We visit this one daily by boat. This is also only possible by boat. This is not reachable from land. The Superior Producer is a great wreck to go diving near the city center. We do this one from shore, from Coral Estate, because it's too far to go by boat. And then we have the last but not least, the Alice in Wonderland. It's more on the west side of the island. All of these are easily diveable with one of our guides. For you as a diver to prepare, we have blogs on our website as well, where you could find tips to travel and to get yourself around on the island. There's a YouTube channel with a few more of these videos that you just saw. Then we offer personalized service in the dive center, where you would be welcomed by by our staff, and knowing that you are coming and knowing, yeah, with a welcome message. Then there's a dive briefing on arrival where you would be guided through the dive center, learn about the procedures and show you your own personal locker, and tell you about the daily times that the boats leave and stuff like that. Then for the drive and dive packages, we have maps available, and we even have our own app. And in this app, you could offline navigate over the island to the different dive sites, but also you get a little description and a mini guide how to dive at each dive location and which ones are for which type of diver. So we have dive sites that are more recommended for starting divers and dive sites that are more for experienced divers. And this app will help you find the right dive site for your vacation. Coral Estate, as Sean already mentioned, is a very safe area. It's secluded from the rest, and this makes it a very easy place to store your dive gear in the dive center. You will get access to the locker 24/7, so you could go diving anytime you want. So we have 24/7 diving going on. And if you would arrive at the airport and you would be brought to the resort, I would say when you deplane, it would take you maximum 1.5 hours before you could be in the water, enjoying the house reef already. And this is usually also the first check dive that people would do right in front before they would go on the boats the next day and feel comfortable and have enough weights for their dive trip. Then the question, shore diving or boat diving? This is a question we get a lot. A lot of divers are asking, like, is the diving the same as on Bonaire? I would say yes. Curaçao and Bonaire are very comparable in terms of diving. Corals and fishes and the creatures you see are the same. Bonaire has the beaches to be accessible for cars, most of them, and there you drive the car on the beach. And on Curaçao, the difference is we have a parking lot where you have to park your car, and then you walk down to the dive site and you get in the water. More than 82 shore dive sites are reachable from shore here on Curaçao, all easily accessible, most of them public, some are private. The drive and dive packages come with a Jeep or a truck. This makes it easier for you to go off-road to some of the more secluded dive sites. As I mentioned before, we have multiple tank pickup locations. So this is, yeah, if you're driving around, you don't have to go back and forward to the same dive center to pick up your tanks. Once you get your check-in card, you could go to all the different locations with this card and get tanks and swap tanks if you want to. Then there's 24 exclusive boat dive sites, which means that these sites cannot be reached from shore. And that's why we call them exclusive boat dive sites. And this is also what we offer. We only offer boat diving to the exclusive boat dive sites. So we don't go boat diving at dive sites that you could also reach from shore. So most divers combine the packages to be boat and shore diving. So then they do boat diving one day, the other day they do shore diving. That way they get to see all the different dive sites around the island. As I mentioned already, the Superior Producer, the Wreck, the Mushroom Forest are both, the Superior Producer is from land and the Mushroom Forest is from boat. And then there's more exclusive locations such as other resorts that you cannot enter that sometimes we have access to. Then extra options and add-ons that we offer is we offer nitrox on site available. Then we have technical diving support. So for the technical divers that are there, we have supplies for rebreathers, we have sensors, we have like scrub, everything you would need. Also fills for trimix or special nitrox mixes above 40%, we can supply all on request. On site, it's very hard for us to arrange, but once you have a week ahead, like a request for us, then we could prepare for you and have it ready. We have the possibility for valet service on our boats. This means that your dive gear would be prepared on the boat for you. It would be brought to the boat and brought back from the boat. It would be rinsed for you. So this gives you the possibility to enjoy vacation just a little bit more and get just this little bit extra service. We have private gear lockers that you can rent at a small fee, and this gives you the opportunity to lock your own gear away from the bigger locker that we have. We do have locks with it, so the locker rental is with a lock, so you don't need to bring your own lock. And then in addition, we also offer PADI courses and all the way up to instructor. So you can become a starting diver or you could become a PADI professional with us, and you could continue your education further. Then we want to thank you for listening to us, and then if there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer those.
Thank you, Mick. Great presentation on the diving. Cami is going to come on and join us now. Most of us, all of us in Caradonna have dove those dive sites, and we can tell you firsthand, it's just an amazing experience. And you always come back feeling so invigorated. But come on, Cami, and we have several questions that came up during the presentation, so she's going to address those with you. Thank you.
Hi there. Thanks so much. That was really awesome. We got a lot of nice comments actually about the video. Quite a few people said they had been there before. The ocean view is amazing. The resort's great. The dives there are great. So really just a lot of really nice little comments from everybody, which was wonderful. We did have a few questions about best time of year to travel and the visibility, if it's better certain times of the year. Any comments about that?
Visibility wise, Curaçao is pretty, underwater it's pretty great. So you have like between 80 and 100 feet of visibility, usually all year around, just depending if it's like a little bit more windy like it is right now, we have a little bit less visibility, but throughout the year we have the same type of conditions.
Great. And you guys are outside of the hurricane belt as well, right? So that's a good thing, and a great thing for people to know that they're not going to have to worry about a hurricane normally during their vacation.
Correctly, it's a safe place to visit. Exactly.
Awesome. Michael posted online asking if lionfish are a problem. Can you spear lionfish? Is that allowed? Is there a course they can take? And do you eat lionfish?
All of them, especially eating lionfish, I like a lot. So we usually invite all the divers to catch lionfish, and then they grill them for me. That's usually what I try to do. No, what we do is we catch the lionfish with a Hawaiian sling, and there's also the possibility for divers that have experience in this to catch them themselves. And then we take them back on land in these so-called zookeepers. And then this way you can safely bring them, transport them, and get them into the restaurant or put them on a grill. Yeah, definitely. And you can also get a course to do this. So if you've never done it before, we have the lionfish tracker specialty that you could do. And then you learn how to identify, how to hunt, how to clean, and how to prepare the fish.
Awesome. Let's have some ceviche.
Definitely. We always say if you can beat them, eat them.
Exactly. It's my favorite saying. So Rich has actually stayed with you guys, or stayed at the property a couple of times, and it sounds like he might have stayed there maybe when you guys were changing over between the transition or reopening. And so he just wanted to know, are you 100% staffed now? He asked about the boats, which of course you covered with the Blue Cat and the Anaconda. Are there any new boats on the horizon or changes to the boats? Any additional information you can give about expanding?
At the moment, we are not expanding with the boat capacity, but we, with the current Dive Cat edition, because we got that in early 2020, added to the fleet. This gave us a lot of good feedback because it's a very comfortable boat to be on. This gives you also the possibility to, in between the dives, hang out on trampolines in front of the boat, and on the roof there's a nice seating area as well. So the guests get to really enjoy the boat for the service intervals too, instead of only it's not just only transportation to the dive site anymore.
Sure. And I think you said that the Cat holds 24 divers total?
Correct.
And Anaconda is 12. Do you guys have limitations right now because of COVID on the boats, or?
Yes, we do. We have regulations that we can only take 50% of the capacity on the boat, but the capacity of the Blue Cat is 40. So
Okay.
this we can take 20 divers at the moment.
Okay, great. And then what is the ratio of how many staff to divers when they're in the water?
8-to-1.
8-to-1. Great. And then
There
you
is
touched-
also possibility for people. In these times, we get more requests for private things. So we
Right.
have possibility for a private guide too. So then you would be assigned with your own private guide. And this you could do with 1, 2, or your family of 4. You could just hire your own private guide to be with you.
Great. And then which kind of leads into the next question. You did touch on the valet service that you can offer, which is a little more hands-on for people maybe who need a little help. Michael posted on Facebook and said they're a little aging, and is there someone that can help them get on and off the boat? Do you have an age limit for divers?
We don't have an age limit. You need to be able to breathe, and then you can join us on the boats. We help the guests wherever it's needed. Even if they cannot lift their own dive set out of the water, they can take off their gear in water, and then the dive master or instructor will help them put it on the boat, and they can just climb the ladder. The thing you need to be aware of, you need to step on and off the boat, of course. So if you can do that, you can join us on the trips.
Great. Be able to breathe. Got that, Michael? they'll help you with the rest.
It's definitely very helpful. They want to help everyone have an enjoyable time. And this sometimes means that they have to work a little harder to help the guests, but that's not a problem.
Awesome. And back to the lionfish, a couple more questions about that. I think, so Michael asked about a certification, and I think that you did already say that you have like a tracker specialty that people can take and sign up for. So definitely yes. And then someone else asked if you felt like lionfish numbers were increasing or decreasing due to COVID, since people were not diving, in the same quantity as before. Are you seeing anything different or new that you didn't see before?
I'm not a marine biologist, so I don't have facts. I just can speak from my experience. When I've been diving recently and before COVID, I see a decrease in lionfish. And I think this is because the dive instructors and the dive masters didn't have a lot of tourists to dive with, and they started to look for other ways to earn money. So a few dive masters or even dive centers, they started their own lionfish hunting company, and they started hunting lionfish and selling the lionfish to the supermarkets and to the restaurants to sell. So we did this before on small quantities, but now this is picked up. So I think it's decreased because of this happening.
All right, we gotta keep eating them. And then I know in the presentation you covered a little bit on the COVID entry exit. Will you just talk about that just a little bit more so we're all clear on that? I think you have to take a test to get in. Do you have to register online on like a health application? And I think you have to take a test as well to get in. And then of course you need a test to get home.
Yeah, so that kind of depends on where you're flying from. But when you come from the States, I believe either a PCR test or a rapid test is what you need to enter Curaçao. Then 3 days after arriving, a rapid test needs to be done, which we can do on location. And then to get back in the States, as of current, if you're fully vaccinated, I believe there's no additional testing needed. So it's just schedule a test before you leave, and then 3 days after you arrive here, something we can help you with and advise you with. It's on location here, and that's it.
So before arriving to the island, you fill out a digital passenger locator card. And in this, you have to tell if you're vaccinated, yes or no. This is a way for the government to make sure everything gets controlled before people get in. So you upload your test results, as Sean said, and you also book your third day test online. This is attached to this passenger locator card. And this way it gives you access to Curaçao.
Great. And I think that test is fairly reasonable. Do you know the rates offhand? It seems like it's $30 to $50.
It's $13, $14.
Okay, yeah, so very reasonable. Only other question that we had from somebody online was about the water temperature.
Water temperature is, we call it, Caribbean. It's 83, 84 Fahrenheit, 28, 29 Celsius, depending on the time of the year.
Great. I actually stayed at this resort when it was Habitat years ago, and I barely recognize it now. It's just incredible the way it looks. I can't wait to see it myself firsthand, and the oceanfront there is just stunning. You guys are in a great location, so everything really looks beautiful. And thanks so much for taking the time to do this with us today and answering all these questions.
Very good. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. It was a pleasure.
Happy to be here.
Thanks so much. We'll see you in Curaçao soon.
Absolutely.
All righty. Take care.
Bye-bye.
We're here to book.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.